And students here on campus, on average, every semester spend around $600 to $800 on materials. So I have been in classes where there are e-resources and they're extremely helpful. The really interesting thing about e-resources is that you can actually even highlight and take notes on them. And it's just another way to sort of teach students how to interact with articles and text that is online.
Open access is a very simple concept. We came up with a clearinghouse for free scholarly databases in global health. In my experience growing up and helping in a small community college, we only had like 5 computers for like 300 students, and they were allocated specific time to be using those computers. So we thought like, if we can make the search very focused and very relevant, so that the time that you spend there is gonna hit exactly what you need within the few minutes that you have and download it and get out of there, it will be very, very important.
Student says, look, it allows me to do things like pay my electric bill by not having to buy textbooks. So if I have a $200 textbook and a $200 electric bill, I don't have to choose anymore.
Open education is definitely here to stay. It's not going to be a passing fad. The idea of giving students more of a centralized role in their own education, I think, is a powerful one, and I think resonates with students. And I think, to be an effective member of a functioning democracy or a functioning republic, you need the ability to look critically at resources to determine whether or not they work for you and to kind of pull what you need from them.
Started off as a LibGuide, kind of finding OER resources to put into the LibGuide and really kind of use it as a means to trim all the stuff that's out there, give our faculty some good, clear direction on what types of OER content is out there. And that started with a collaboration between the library and instructional technology and design and some faculty members.
There's a lot of different ways that people talk about librarians. One of them is in terms of information navigators, so we're really able to get out there and navigate all of that information, take some deep dives and find some stuff that might be hidden from more traditional search methods. So we've got networks we can tap into and resources we can tap into to access that stuff. But also librarians are increasingly becoming experts in the scholarly communication process. And so being really invested in the work that people do from the beginning of the research process all the way through to the publication process. And so we can really be resources to help people understand options for publishing, copyright restrictions, what counts as fair use, how do you use stuff when you publish materials, how can you incorporate other materials into the work that you publish. And so I think that's maybe something that people don't always know that we have the expertise for, but it's something that becomes really important when we start talking about making information open, wanting to make sure that we follow the proper licensing restrictions and copyright laws, and librarians can be a tremendous asset in navigating